is professionally decorating and organizing. And so we wanted to kind of let you know what it's like if you would hire a professional organizer, but we're going to give you some ideas of how you can do it yourself. And if there was a bunch of young mamas in here, I had a whole idea for that too. But anyways, so what it kind of looks like when you hire us is if you reach out to us, then we would give you a call, and we want you to send us pictures of the space you want to start with. Videos are great too. And we just kind of look at that and kind of be prepared, and we're like asking you, like, because usually we do the consultation like that, but we do kind of do a little bit of a consultation when we come in. So if you wanted to start with your living room, we would say, okay, who lives here? Who is all, hey, come on in. Probably, yeah, we got a seat right here, if that's all right. Okay, so we would ask you who lives in this space, and do you have animals? Do you entertain? You know, just kind of how do you want this space to function? And that's the first step. What do you want to do with this? And what is your pain points in this? And what would you like to see? Is there anything else you can add to that I'm not thinking of? And so, okay.
So does it matter the space? Do you have to have a certain amount before you'll come? Like, can we call for a pantry or?
Yeah, we will do just pantries, closets, garages, basement. And I have a trailer, usually as part of our service, I don't with the trailer, but I'll do one carload, which is a Suburban, and holds a lot of trash and your donations. And I try to get a receipt if you want to use that for your taxes, because you can take that off on your taxes. I don't know if you can take our services off. We need to ask that. But anyway, businesses can. So we will take that off for free. And we will even do more if you need us to. We'll do a trailer load. We haven't had to do that. So that's part of our deal. Let's see.
Organization, not scrubby, right?
Oh yeah, that is one thing. We came into a house and she just thought she wanted to do all these things, and we only had 6 hours. And her sister had gifted her 2 of the hours, which was really precious because we thought we were just coming for 4, and we pretty much did her whole house. Mm-hmm. And they had lived there a year. She's a mama of 5.
Oh, wow.
She homeschools. And they had built this house. It took them years themselves. She couldn't get everything. It was just setting with the boxes of the electric parts that they did. And she couldn't get it done. And so she did that. And then her sister gifted her 2 extra hours, which we needed every drop. And anyway, so we just got kind of the plan before, and we went in, and we always ask because and anyway, she was like, oh, I thought we would clean. Well, we would not have got done what we would have got done. Let us help you figure the plan out and do the nuts and bolts, and you'll be inspired to clean. Or I have somebody that I can call that she said, hey, I will do the cleaning after, if you want me to do it. And so we've got somebody that'll come and do that. I don't even scrub my own place. It's ridiculous.
Send somebody to mine.
Yeah, I know. I need my own services. Sometimes I just have to say, hey, when we did my garage, I was just like, pretend like I am the client, because you, on your own stuff,
Seriously,
you lose perspective.
I wonder what she
You're
charges
overwhelmed. You're emotionally attached to it. You're emotionally drained. And so I just said, just talk to me. And that's what we do to you. So that's part of the thing. And one thing I will say, as a older woman, kind of learned some things.
Please.
I'm medium, and I'm halfway there.
A medium woman. Let's go.
I've got a little bit
medium.
under my belt. You got to think of who lives with you. Especially women, we are a little controlling over our spaces. We want to have our nest a certain way. But the souls of the people that live with you and that come into your house and go out of the house is more important than our ideas sometimes. So sometimes you got to give a little bit, because you want them to want to be there. Mm-hmm. You want them to be happy too. And it hurts, believe me, I know. And so
it's pretty easy to go.
Anyway, so we want to, and 2, the person that hires you, a lot of times they have all these ideas, but the other person wasn't ready. It's easy for that person to let go of the other person's stuff. So then it puts us in a hard spot, and we're mediators, and it's just, there's just some stuff. So we kind of like to, we're not just focusing on that. We got to think about that. And that's something when you do it yourself, if you don't have a professional organizer, you want to, you know, think of these things. What can I let go of? What can I show them by example, and they'll want to do that? Or, you know, your attitude a lot of times can, you know. Anyway, so that's something we do.
We also don't make you get rid of anything.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the attachment's too strong, you're just not ready yet. We're not going to force you or tell you why you should get rid of it. If you want to keep it, you can keep it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have so many times come in and created, and we're new at this. We haven't done a lot of clients, honestly, but I'm trying to get a certification, and there's modules, and I've listened to, I study this, I do this. And so I'm learning a lot of stuff, even if I don't have a lot of experience yet as doing it for clients. And so anyway, we've come in, and without making people get rid of a stuff, just by what we did with our services, we have had open, we left them with room to grow. We left them with open space. Because what we've seen a lot is you'll go in and people will have their paper towels from Sam's, they'll have them in the basement, in the garage, in the pantry. One of the biggest things I see is it's just like everywhere. And then what do? You think, oh, I've used all these. I don't know, you know, so you go buy more. So that's the biggest thing. So if you can, you know, that's something we do is, let me tell you how we start. We will come in and change your life.
What time are you going to be at my house? I need a life change.
We can change your life with Post-it notes, a permanent marker, white and black trash bags, and some clear buckets or some boxes. That's all you need to get started. And so we come in, and what we do is we have these clear buckets, and we have
The sort method.
Yeah.
We have save,
donate,
organize, relocate, trash.
So, and we say white and black trash bags because when you're working, we like to put like whichever one you pick, but like the black is the trash, the white is the donate. So that when you're going to the places with that, and still when we do it, you know, we make sure that we got it right. And then that way you can, it's just easier to sort, and you're not throwing away what you wanted to keep and donating trash to the other people, you know, so that's what we do. And we just, if you hold something, if you were saying like, and we've had people that can't physically work with us, we let them sit. We go to their closet, we bring all this stuff out, and they can point fingers, okay, we want this here and there. So if they physically can't do it, we help with that. And or we've had people that want to work with us, and it's like another team member. And then we also try to give homework. So do you want homework? Some people don't. They're like, no, I want you to just do it. So then they can work ahead for the next session. Here's what we would suggest do, and then they're ready. And some people, something I've noticed is people start melting. And that was something in my training too, that they were like, watch their cues.
Oh,
People
wow.
start melting. You're just exhausted. It's an emotional thing. Oh, that's something I was going to ask you guys. What does it feel like when your house is disorganized and cluttered and you've got too much stuff?
Stressful.
Not peaceful.
Oh, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you're overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed, yeah.
Yeah. It just, it's something, you can feel it. You can feel it on you. And that's what we've noticed when we've helped people. They're like, oh my goodness, I feel so much lighter. And that's how I am when I finish something. It's like checking something off the list, and it's just like, and then it snowballs. The Dave Ramsey snowball effect.
Mm-hmm.
It really works. You start with one thing, and it needs to maybe be small, one drawer. I am just going to do one drawer. And you get that drawer done, and then you're like, I'm going to go ahead and do this cabinet, and it snowballs. So it's very emotional to let things go. Us creatives, my friends here, it's like, I know I can make that pretty. And so you keep everything.
Oh, you better watch where you point that finger, it might go off.
You can make anything pretty. She can.
And so you keep it, and there's just a lot with it. So we've had people say, well, I've never, like the homeschool family, for example, they had this bookcase they hated in their living room. And so we made a way, we used it in their laundry room because we were going to have them as their homework, build a place for their batteries, lights, all your function things. And it worked perfect in there, like exactly perfect. She's like, I would have never thought of that. So we come in and we rethink, and if you do this on your own, do the buckets, do the labels. We always say function first, beauty second. A lot of people want to go buy a whole bunch of buckets before we come. No, don't buy anything. Don't. Just let us come in. Let us help you make decisions, purge, put it all in one spot, and then you can,
Pretty it up.
yeah, do it in a cardboard box. We use the clear buckets, the shoe boxes, and you can get the pretty labels later. Let's make it with permanent marker. Right on those boxes, you can take it off with alcohol later, and then get the cute little labels and just, later. But just get it done. One big tip that helps is if you need a dumping spot. Like if you have your paperwork in 3 locations, high stress. If it's like at the office, if it's at the door, you need a dumping station. When you come in, the papers, I don't care if you have to start with a laundry basket. And it's horrible, it's ugly, it's huge. I have taken a laundry basket and gathered all the paper up and put it in one spot. You need one spot. And then you can sort through and go, smaller. But you need one spot that everybody knows, even if it's everybody else. Put it in here and we'll sort it later. And then my bucket's a little bit more organized, but it's right here. You need a shoe bucket. The homeschool people, they had 5 kids, and then they just had one big bucket, but it wasn't all over the house. It was a mess to get in there and do this, and but it worked. Whatever works. And the other thing is, on your own personal style, is there's people that want it closed and contained in lids, but then there's visual people. So you're probably living with the opposite person. There's visual, they have to have it out. I want to see all my stuff. Yeah. So you're visual or you're contained, and you got to work with those people, and you got to think about what it. So those are just some little.
Maybe we should give you.
Does anybody have any questions of
Come help you with the drawing.
like?
No, that's his.
I would just say get a bucket, and if you hold on to it when we're holding things up to get rid of like the 10 black shirts, because the best way to do it is you put everything in one spot. Get all your clothes in one spot, okay? And then you would sort just the shirts, all shirts, every kind of shirt, all jeans, all pants, dress pants. So you get your, basic piles. Then you can go t-shirts. Then you can go spaghetti straps, make just piles. And then you can pick up, oh my goodness, I didn't know I had 20 black t-shirts. And you can pick them up and see what you can get rid of. So and another thing I do is I keep one bucket, and I have a little bitty closet now and still have this. I have a bucket that I can carry to the Daisy Exchange, or you can put it in a trash bag and donate or whatever. But, and if I know I'm going to get rid of it, I just put it in the bucket. Just leave it there. And then I used to have a bucket to sew, to put buttons on, and that didn't happen. It's like, okay, that has been 10 years in there, but I had it. And then all the t-shirts.
But it was all contained in one spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I had a pillow bucket that all the t-shirts I can't let go of. I'm going to make a pillow. I'm going to make a pillow. I'm going to make a pillow. I sent it to a granddaughter, and she's going to make me a pillow, and I got rid of all the other ones. I petted them. And then I let them go. So, okay. Is there anything else we can say? Any questions?
So on your pricing, I'm just curious, so do you come in and say, okay, well, we can say we want to pay for 6 hours, and you come in and is it per hour or by the job?
Yeah,
or how do you do
we
that?
are still figuring all that out. I've got my base that I want to do, but we've done specials. And if anybody wanted to book for the last 3 weeks of January, we're going to give, was it 1 free hour?
Yeah, buy 2 hours, get $50 off the next hour.
Yeah, and we could talk if you want to message, but normally, like, you can show me your project and I can estimate. I think right now we're just gonna do quotes because we're still building that part of our business. And I can say, hey, we think it's gonna be this long and we'll just quote you. But we do try to come in, we don't want to come in less than 3 hours. You almost can't make an impact. If you're trying to do a whole room or a large space, if you're just doing a pantry or something, we could probably do 2 hours. But
Okay,
usually I
that was my
try to
other
do
question. Like,
minimum 3 hours.
That makes sense.
But
Right.
4 is the most impact, but we have seen people, they wilt. It's like they're done.
Mhm.
And then
Most-
they need a week in between or something.
Most people will do sessions, they'll do like 3 or 4 hours and then come back for the next one. And that's when we give them homework so that they're prepared for the next one. Because
If they want it.
it gets too emotional.
Do it. It's an emotional thing. It really is. It's exhausting, but what you feel afterwards, and it can save you money because you're not rebuying. It can save you time because you're not looking for things, running all over the place. So that's part of I just thought I'd give you a little
What
bit
is
of.
an average time of a room? Like, is it 3 hours would get one room done? Or
We
would
did
it-
that one room out in the country where she had all her decor. It turned into a decor room so that she could just come and pull from it for other areas and gifts. She used it for gifts. Oh my goodness, we knocked that thing out. Well, actually, we did 2 rooms because we had to go into the other room.
Yeah.
You can do it in 2 hours if we kind of know. I feel like I do, depending on what we're doing. So.
Takes me 2 hours to get started.
Yeah, yeah, we go fast and we like, yeah.
That's because it's you doing it. When you got somebody else that's coming in to do it, they don't.
If
It's
you
a
see
great
us living,
idea.
you would be
Yeah.
screaming hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite.
Yeah, well, it's like the plumber. The plumber's house never has all the plumbing done right. The electrician's always got, because they're not gonna do it when they get home, and so, yeah. When you get home, you sit down and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
But I know how to, like, when all my systems are up, my husband loves it because he's like, where's this? And I can say, okay, walk in that room, turn left, squat down and look up. It's right there. I mean, I got it, even when it's not, short up. And another thing is don't beat yourself up if your systems have to change. Your life changes. We think, oh, it all fell apart. No, you've got to revamp because you're an empty nester now, somebody's sick, or you've gained an animal. I mean, it's just, you'll never be done.
That's what changed your.
So I was just kind of giving you a little bit of idea. If you guys want to talk about that more later, we can. But let's get started with the project right now. And, okay, let's see. What we're going to do is we'll just show you a little bit.